Yo, what is up, Bukkake lovers? Today, I'll be showing you guys my Fury Soulbinder build. I just wanted to say I did try out Hellbringer. I did feel like it helped me out PvP wise because of the personals and some other stuff, and PvE wise just didn't see it cutting out for me at this point in the game that I'm at. I'm at 2419 item level. And I'm just gonna say, with this Fury build, or just as a Fury in general, I mean, I still need to get my mount, so that's like a lot of stat right there. But you know, at the point where I am right now, um, I just some encounters I would like to use more often than others, but I have to compromise and do other things. And this is just really addressing the one comment in my other video where the guy said you shouldn't be really uploading anything if you're not 3000 or you just don't have a complete build. Like I can care less. It doesn't matter if I have a complete build or not. It's just if I do a good job explaining to the people that watch the video what they should get and how they should use the build. So basically, let's just get into the build. Let's go to powers. Like I said before, I mainly get 3 in every at will and daily, just because what else you gonna put them in, right? And I usually use some of these. I use like flames and Bar the Hidor and like PvP. It helps me out a lot. Obviously, killing flames, you want to get that to 4 as quickly as possible. Now the things with killing flames, like this is what I was saying before. You know, I'm like unless I have a cleric in here in the group, like I will be doing damage with it. But if I don't, it's like nothing. Like I can't. Like I have to sub it out. I have to sub it out just because like my crit's not high enough. I need to get my crit mount pronto just because that's gonna help me out a lot. And yeah, it's just like sometimes it's gonna hit hard, but sometimes it's not gonna hit hard. Like I said, that buff debuff cleric helps out a lot. Dread theft, main thing that you use against fighting mobs and shit. So you obviously need that. Like I said, Hand of Blight hits very hard. Hits very hard. PvP wise, very good. PvE wise, very good. Single target wise, very good. I think it's the hardest hitting at will, kind of. I guess. Furry Bolt, like this is one of those things I said, like I have to sub it. Like sometimes I would not be able to use Furry Bolt, sometimes I would be able to use it. Like I said, that buff debuff cleric does help a lot in how much damage you do. And like I would usually use Blades of Vanquished Arteries, Dread Theft, and Killing Flames just for like mobs. But now I had to put that Soul Scorch in for like probably I wouldn't take out Killing Flames just because of the damage potential I could do with it. But sometimes I would have to take it out or just replace Blades of Vanquished Armies with my Soul Scorch just because I had my daily, my tyrannical threat that I could have used and just do hella damage to people. So yeah, like that's what I was saying. Like like if I had a 3000 gear score, like I would just be straight up with you. Like, yeah, you want to use Fiery Bolt, you want to use Dread Theft, you want to use Killing Flames on these mobs, just because like you got the burst damage right here, you got the overtime damage right here with the Dread Theft just ticking. Then you have the finishing damage on everybody with Killing Flames and Murderous Flames and all that, you know. But I'm not, so that's why I'm saying like sometimes I have to take certain powers out that I would use in certain situations and put like for example Soul Scourge. Borrow time. This is one main person I use. It heals me for a lot. It does. It helps out a lot too. Essence Defiler main. I will use main Soul Spark generator, so you need that. Tyrannical Threat main daily. I'm not even gonna explain that. I mean, just does so much damage. You put the thing on the guy, you do damage on the guy. Damage goes everywhere. Warlock's Bargain, usually use that for Warlock's Bargain, or well, not Warlock's Bargain, for the for boss fights, single target boss fights. Because sometimes Dread Theft, it's whatever. Like, I'd rather just be doing my my at will, regaining my soul sparks faster. You know, it's just like all situational. And Blades of Vanquished armies, obviously, you want it. Main dot power for you or encounter for you guys, and goes hand in hand with your Dread Theft. And like I said, sometimes I would just have to switch it out. Like that. Like, I don't recommend Fury for anybody under 3,000 or under, I want to say like 75% crit, or really 70-65% crit, just because you're not going to be critting that much. You're going to be critting, but you ain't going to crit high. And you need that high crit, especially with your killing flames, because that's your main damage right there, killing flames, you know, just that main big burst damage that you want. Immolation Spirits, second thing I mainly use it on single target boss fights, like Valindras or any dragon, you know what I mean? Obviously, like I said, situational. Let me go back. Dust to Dust works hand in hand with your borrowed time if you are taking damage though, because you gotta be healed to get the AP, you know. So it's whatever really. I don't really like using it. So I mainly just put Snuff Out, All-Consuming Curse, and that's what I hate about Soulbinder. I feel like Hellbringer would be, or Soulbinder would be so much better if Hellbringer's personals were on the Soulbinder, but obviously can't have best of both worlds, and you gotta compromise. So, Healer's Grasp, mainly use that in PvP, very helpful. I recommend getting it any build that you possibly do, so, because it's a stun. And All-Consuming Curse, I like using it. 100% chance if you crit, applies a Lesser Curse. Lesser Curse does overtime damage. Obviously, you can, let me go all the way back down. You can get it to the point where it does 50% extra damage, and that's just ticking off. You know, every single time you're doing damage with your Tyrannical, it's going on everybody, I guess. And you know, with your Dread Theft, your Blades of Vanquished army is going on everybody. You know, and it's also helpful to the point where you don't need to use Warlock's Bargain in boss fights, single target boss fights, because you're critting a lot, and if the Soul Scourge ends up critting, you're gonna have that power interaction, so you don't have to put up a curse to be able to get that dot from Soul Scourge. And obviously, if the power strikes a cursed target, it does continuous burn damage. So that's where all the real damage comes from. So that's why I like using All-Consuming Curse. Go over the feats. Let's see. Weapon Master, he put that to 3. Get that critical chance. 20. Like I put this up to 24% action point gain when attacking cursed targets. So you always want someone cursed though. Like, that's the thing. You always want, even if you're doing your at will, you're gaining your action points faster. You know, like I said, situational type shit. 6% extra encounter power damage. Obviously, you need that size before or anything else. You need to get this. 10% cooler cooldowns reduced for your encounters. Helps out a lot. Not even gonna fret on you guys. It helps out a lot. Front. Front. I'm pretty sure it's front. Increase the amount of bonus damage Constitution gives you guys by 5%. Oh yeah, I forgot. Let me finish this up actually. 15% critical severity. You need that a lot. You see, if you want to go full, like it all depends, man. Like 30% extra damage on top of that 50%, so that's 80% extra damage on the 2900. So helping out a lot, and the Deadly Curse. So actually, let me go to my stats right quick. Now, if you did watch my Soulbinder video, I went intellect or intelligence and charisma instead of Constitution charisma. So I do need to do a race reroll. I think I have to buy. So yeah, but just mainly go Constitution and Charisma. Say you're making a new character, make sure you go in Constitution and Charisma. Um, Especially with these feats now, as a Fury, you don't really spec into other Paragon trees, so all you need is everything here. So Daughter's Promise, spoken icon. When a cursed target is killed, you deal 100% of your weapon damage as neurotic damage to a target near the recently slain. So bonus damage right there. After critical hit, your next attack will also deal 10% of your weapon damage as neurotic damage. So if you can't tell, a lot of your at will damage is your main damage. Main damage source, basically, kinda, because just read the fucking description. So this right here turns out to be a 9% buff if you do the math first, with all your sparks. So if you're like that's the good thing about having, like, if you have a high gear score, you don't have to use those Scourge to be able to do high damage out. Because like I'd still be able to do like 200 to 300k per, even higher amounts of damage on per ad, so it does more damage than Blades of Vanquished Armies on everybody, on everybody compared to single target. I'd rather take the single target damage if I'm doing more damage that way. So sometimes it's, like I said, situational. When a cursed target is killed, your damage is increased by 5% for 15 seconds. Pretty good buff right there. Helps out a lot. Just gotta make sure people are cursed or before you kill them, obviously. When attacking a cursed target, you deal an additional 5% of your weapon damage. Like I said, at will damage does a lot of damage for you. Helps you out tremendously. At will and counter powers deal up to additional 15% neurotic damage as the target's health diminishes. That's pretty fucking OP, to be honest. Like your at wills are helping you do so much more damage. It's not funny. Brutal curse. Your Warlock's curse increases your damage against affected targets by 10%. That's extraordinary. That's like no brainer. You want that. Killing Flames does 30% of its damage to foes within 20 feet of the primary target. This damage is split equally among the affected targets. If there are no other targets, the primary target takes all the damage. Now that's actually pretty fucking good, that last part, because I was doing spiders and I hit like a 500k crit on the one guy. Then the extra damage from the murderous flames was just fucking crazy. Basically 30% of that damage back onto that guy. When targets affected by your Warlock's curse take neurotic, I guess that's fucking English, right? When targets affected by your Warlock's curse takes neurotic damage from, that's English, bro. Take neurotic damage from you. They are afflicted with Creeping Death. Now, Creeping Death now deals 60% of the neurotic damage over 8 seconds. Creeping Death stacks. So, I guess that's that's main damage right there. I kinda understand it, kinda don't understand it, but you put the Warlock's curse on guys, and it does that neurotic damage for them, or on them. So I guess it's pretty good. But obviously, like I said, nothing else right here. But boon wise, mainly gonna focus on power, critical chance, armor pen if there are any. I'm gonna go through it for you guys. Okay. PvP, obviously, mainly go for whatever you like and whatever you feel like you need more. 400 power here with Dark Fate Hunter, 400 critical strike over, obvious tank stuff. When I get this boon, I'm getting the extra point gain 3% faster. That helps out a ton. When striking a foe, you deal 2,000 up to 2,000 arcane damage, so that's extra damage helping you out. Now, let's see where we go. There we go. Guess we get Elvis Fury. When you kill a foe, you gain 135 power for 40. My bad. That also stacks up to 30 times. So 30 times 135. You do the math. I ain't trying to do it right now. It's too fucking late. Let's go over to the Dread Ring. Obvious. Like I want the critical strike over the power, cause I'm like, if you don't have the crit, you ain't doing damage. That's what I feel like. So get the critical strike. I feel like it helps you out more. If you like regeneration more than lifesteal, I mean, you're a warlock. You mainly invest in lifesteal. It helps out for PvP. So yeah, and tanks mainly get regeneration and shit. So we go with lifesteal. If you want more deflect chance, more resistance chance, it's up to you. I go with the resistance. That's and rage. Fuck, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. And rage regrowth. That's mainly for tanks, so we get shadow touched. When dealing damage, you have a chance to deal up to 2,000 or 20,000. Sorry. Neurotic damage over a few seconds after this effect ends. The target receives 25% less healing from spells. Okay, on the one to that I don't know how. Okay. The Rampage and Madness. Basically, you get 50. Once you reach 50 stacks, you gain that 4,000 lifesteal, power, and regeneration boost. But after 10 seconds, they are reset. But it's always going per thing that you do the damage on. Like, you gotta do damage to get it. So your first 50 ticks, after that you lose, or after 10 seconds you lose that buff, but it keeps going. I get the combat advantage bonus. You're doing extra damage that way. Now right here, like, this is the reason why I'm not going to get the stamina game. You gain up to 2,000 power based on how much stamina or guard you are missing. So I'm going to invest in barely any stamina, or as less stamina as possible, just so I don't have to waste time getting rid of that stamina to get that extra power boost. I mean, if you feel like that's just my play style. If you want to get stamina, go ahead. Up to you. But I probably end up getting it. Probably, just because who the fuck wants 400 incoming healing bonus? That 2% crit severity is gonna help a lot. Help you do more crit damage that way. Like I said, I'm probably gonna get that cool reserve. I mean, you should get it either way. I think, you know, you should get it either way. No reason why not. Let's go over to, I think we get Winner's Bounty. Chance to gain 10% action points when killing a target. Now, I don't know how much that chance is, but all the other ones are pretty ass cheeks. So you're better off getting this Winner's Bounty, because as a warlock, you want to get your tyrannical threat as quickly as possible. The faster you get that, the more damage you do. So I highly suggest that. Let's go Underdark. 400 power over 400 defense, 400 crit over 400 steel, life steal. Combat advantage bonus decreased by 10%. So that's more damage. Because, like, if you don't know what that means, like, if you're behind the guy or if there's people on each side of the target, I think you do that extra damage. Like I said, I probably won't get to do it. I'm sorry. I probably won't get this just because it gives me that more stamina regain. So I'll probably just get the control effects. It's gonna help me on PvP though, because fucking, you know, Hunter Rangers are fucking faggots and they're fucking trash. Now you could just get 10% damage bonus, but if you want to be that badass, that's just almost like, or I guess for just one-shotting random people at random times, but it's only 5%, up to 5% chance, I guess, when they're at full health. Maybe it goes from 0 at full health, 5 to like at 50 maybe. Like it says, depending on the hit points. So, but if you want to play it so safe, just get the 10% damage gain versus demons. I'll probably end up getting that too. Now, 400 power over that hit points, 400 critical strike, 400 armor pen. I'll probably get that lifesteal rating because we're warlocks and they mainly like a lifesteal. Now at this point in time, you are able to what's it called? Able to put 3. You can put them into any one that you want, but that 8% critical severity is going to help out so much. Basically, like at this point, I'll be at 100 and I'll be at 100% critical severity, or maybe even more. No, yeah, 100% crit severity if I get this, or if I finish my bonus. So that's actually a lot helpful. I'm at 90 right now though, so it doesn't matter. Now I'm not gonna really go over the guild stronghold boons, but you get that as you level up your stronghold. Now let's go to the maze engine. I do obviously, like I said, lifesteal, combat advantage bonus, extra damage right there, 3% extra point gain, so helpful. So just get that, you know, like I said, tyrannical threat, OP as fuck. With striking a foe, you have a chance to gain 2,000 power for 6 seconds. Pretty good. Get it if you want. I mean, obviously get it because you gain that extra critical strike. Until evil, 300 power over 300 defense, lifesteal over regen, critical strike over recovery. Then you go down here because this will increase your critical strike by 10 or by 1,000 for 10 seconds if you get hit. And like all the other ones are not as good. I mean, chance to gain 10% lifesteal severity for 10 seconds when killing somebody, it's whatever. So, companion-wise, my companions are butt cheeks, but you mainly want to focus on the ones that give you extra, obviously, like I said, power, critical strike, armor pen, combat advantage bonus, and you should do your research on what ones you really want to use, because they give different bonuses and it's up to you which ones you really want to use. And yeah, that's basically it. Mount wise, mainly want to get the mounts that do give you the extra armor pen, extra power, extra crit strike. Now I haven't really been focusing on that, so like I said, just look at the insignia bonuses over here. When you perform a critical strike, you know, you get healed, or whenever you summon companions attacks, you gain 3% power and defense. 10 seconds. Now, yeah, I'm not gonna go through all of these, so yeah, I'm not gonna go through all of those, but yeah, that's my build. If you liked it, leave a thumbs up. If you liked what I said, you know, yeah, leave a thumbs up. Leave a comment. Let's discuss some shit and all that. Like I said, don't hate on me for what I said. Like I said, you know, everything's situational, and sometimes it's just based on your item level and just your stats in general. Like I said, I have to buy my mount. I have to buy that 2,000 critical strike mount, and because that's just gonna help me out so much, and that might just be my problem right there. And I did say that in the beginning of the video, so I didn't wait 30 minutes to say it. So yeah, I guess that'll be the end of the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Hellbringer and Soulbringer. What's the difference? That kind of video is coming up pretty soon. So I'll see you guys in that one. Peace.